Thanks. How you guys doing tonight?
Yeah.
I have an Audi. No joke, I just want to set the record straight. My grandma just died. Little note to self, probably shouldn't fuck around with the plugs and switches at a hospital. You ever think about killing yourself? But then just go get a 4x4 from Wendy's. I don't really believe in God. It's not because I slave or anything. But it's mostly because I don't think a God will create diarrhea. Because diarrhea is the worst thing you can be doing. And even though both shit and diarrhea both go in a toilet, they're complete opposites. Because when you shit, you have conquered something. But when you diarrhea, it conquers you. I used to always think diarrhea was a good thing too. Like gonorrhea, chlamydia. Mostly because I tested positive for all of them. It's a verb, an adjective, and a noun. It's so bad. You can say you diarrheaed that diarrhea-ing diarrhea. A lot of word buffs. The other day I was on the bus. And I saw a guy reading a newspaper. First thing I thought was, how am I gonna get this newspaper to see what shenanigans Family Circus is up to this week? But I didn't, because I'm a bitch. But as I was getting off the stage, oh, wait. Fuck that up. So I was getting off the bus. It's a bit of foreshadow. I was getting off the bus. I looked back at that guy and realized that his shirt said in big yellow letters, "Bitches suck me off." That's not proper bus attire. In fact, that isn't proper anywhere attire. The only situation I can think that a little appropriate is if you just rescued a bunch of abandoned female puppies and had to nurse them back to health. You ever think about how much more water there'd be in the ocean if there were no sponges? Off a fortune cookie. You know, a lot of people like to shit on religion, but I think everybody gets one stupid thing that they like to believe in. For example, I believe whoever started calling pornography porn was a smart and convenient man. But I also believe whoever started calling porn porno was a cool motherfucker. The other day I turned my TV on and the first thing I saw was a guy in a Cinnabon hat, and I swear to God he says sometimes they call us faggots. The first thing I thought was, what would possess you to call a Cinnabon worker a faggot? Because the only two reasons I could think of were dudes walk up, two dudes were blowing each other, or they were sort of skimpy on the icing. I told that joke the other day, and a lady came up to me after the show. And first off, she was wearing a turtleneck, so I already knew she was delivering no good news. I knew that she was either going to tell me how my whole family just died in a bus accident, or she didn't like one of my jokes. She did not like the Cinnabon faggot joke. She spent 15 minutes telling me I was a bad person. And you know what? She was right. And I don't think there are any more good people. I think the last two good people were like Gandhi and Shaft. And Gandhi beat his wife, so just Shaft. That's what I think. The other day, a homeless guy asked me for some change. And I said, no, I don't have any. To which he replied, yes, you do. At that moment, he had went from mildly insane to extremely insane. Because not only does he not know how a question works, but he's also asking me for 35 cents outside of Popeyes. Could you imagine a guy at a bank walks up to the teller, hey, can I get some money? Teller says no, he says yes. Imagine him with a lady. Imagine with a lady, hey, want to have sex? She says no, he says yes. You guys ever heard of Bill Cosby? I'm 16, which is pretty inconvenient. Because I have the vocabulary of an 80-year-old, the body of a 40-year-old, and all the disadvantages of a 16-year-old. Yeah, it's weird because people tell me about how they just ask women for their numbers. But I think as good as that's getting for me, as if I get off the light rail and I throw my number at a lady and run off all giddy. Then again, I'm 16. So even if the small chance of me having sex with this lady does happen, she will have statutorily raped me before she even knows it. And she has to finish. Just recently I saw an ad. I said, we stand up for all animals. And I don't think all animals deserve to be stood up for. I think some animals can be standing up for themselves. For example, giraffes. So they don't serve anything, they don't serve a purpose besides having a long neck. And to say that's an odd creature. Another animal I don't think we need to stand up for is fish. Because fish have the complete upper hand in the situation. For like a million years, they've been falling for the old worm on the hook trick. I just recently found out that Benjamin Button's disease is a real disease. And I think if you got Benjamin Button's disease, that would be pretty dope. Because straight out the womb, you get to park closer to the entrance to the Walmart. And you get to meet Brad Pitt. But when a Benjamin Button is born, somebody does go through something. And the person to go through anything is the person to front poop that little button. Because just imagine for 9 months, you thought you were going to get a beautiful, healthy baby. In the last 15 hours of your life, you get the news that you were not going to make it. That's a call. I'm blown up. Anyways, get back to that joke. In the last 15 hours of your life, you get the news that you're not going to make it to this delivery. They bring the baby into you. You take the blanket off its face. Only get a Newt Gingrich with no teeth. I don't know about how gays are bad. Minorities are violent. Because I'm 16, I get a lot of like I'm not taking a call. I'm not gonna do it. All right. There goes that momentum. Right out the window. Anyways, so we pass it. It's over. But anyways, because I'm in high school, I get a lot of messages that say like gangsters are bad, but gangsters are tremendously amazing. Gangsters will avoid whole situations just so no one questions if they're a gangster. For example, you'll never see a gangster with a baby. You also won't see a gangster eating pizza. I just won't do it. There's nothing less gangster than rolling a piece of pizza and eating it sideways. There's also nothing less gangster than explaining that you like the crunch from the crust, but also the pepperoni and cheese from the slice. That's the reason I couldn't be a gangster, because I like popsicles. I like blueberry ones. I There's nothing less gangster than a blueberry. Wait. I don't know. Maybe mango? Okay. Alright. I just recently saw that there was a sale on parades. $48 a pop. Isn't that quite a low price to just own a street for 6 hours? For 6 hours, you just have a street-long orgy, and it's totally okay. I still won't pay $48. Because you can go out and decide to have a parade. You can just start driving slow in your car. And the police won't do anything. They don't have the manpower. They had to kill young, innocent black teens because they're relevant and intimidating. Didn't laugh at that. Guess you think all lives matter. The other day, I got on the bus. Two ladies got on. And one of them, just like 50, her life was shitty. Because she had a Little Caesars uniform on. Another one was young. Like, she looked sort of junky, okay? I don't want to say it, but she looked sort of junky. And while they're on the bus, the young one is talking to the Little Caesars lady about cats. And if you're 50 and you work at a Little Caesars, the only thing you want to hear about cats is that you can now kill them for a price. I really think that should be a law. I think if you're 50 and your life is shitty, you can pay like $30 and kill a cat. But anyway, so she's on the bus, and the young lady's talking to her about cats, and after like 5 minutes, the conversation stops. You can get out of those. You don't have to stay in those. So the Little Caesar lady just stopped talking to her. I was mesmerized. I would never stop talking to a homeless person. Never. Because they don't have anywhere to be. They can just follow you. So the young lady's talking to the Little Caesars lady about cats, and as the conversation is about to end, the young lady shoves her phone in the Little Caesars lady's face and says, and I quote, "That is amazing." Pythagorean's theorem is amazing. Your shitty cat meme that said you've cats to be kidding me. Amazing. Later on in the bus ride, the Little Caesars lady is asleep, but the young lady gets off the bus. I realized that they were not together. So that was just a homeless person who wanted to demonstrate her knowledge of cats. Thank you, that's my time.